Okay, we're going to take a quick break from science. I was looking over at our research papers and we were doing some really good writing, but there are a few words we were messing up on, especially with affect and effect. So I just want to go through a few rules to help you guys really get that down before we turn in our final paper, that you guys don't get docked for using the wrong word. So today we're going to be able to go through, and by the end of this little lesson, we're going to be able to differentiate and tell the difference between the correct use of effect and affect. So the first one we're going to look at, and you guys, what you can do, I gave you guys all a piece of paper. It's a colored piece of paper. You can draw however you want. That might help you remember what the word is and the meaning, so you guys can use this as you're writing your paper to just remember the difference fully. So we're going to look at effect first. It's mostly, in our case, we're going to use it as a noun. And can somebody tell me what a noun is? It's written up there, but can somebody remind us what a noun is? Brooke?
Person, place, or thing.
Thing, yeah. Person, place, or thing. So we're going to kind of remember that effect is a thing. And this is, the definition is it happens due to a cause or is a result. And a result is a thing. So an example is, let's discuss the effect of the new rule on our schedule. So the new rule is a result, so you could also put in, let's discuss the result of the new rule on our schedule. And then another example would be, what effect did the loss have on the team? So you guys can go ahead and on your piece of paper, you can take just about 30 seconds to a minute to write down. Maybe you could put effect and result. That's how I can remember it. And maybe you could put down also that we're going to use it as a noun, so that when you're writing your paper, you can just look back for a quick guide to make sure you're using the correct word. So I'll just give you a quick 30 seconds. And then when I see everybody's pencils down, I'll know that you guys are ready to move on. Awesome. Alright, so the next one we're going to go on to is affect. So can somebody tell me what a verb is? It's up there, but just can somebody tell me? Nicole?
Something that creates an action or is an action.
Yeah, a verb is, I was thinking of those old commercials, I don't know if you guys know them, but the verb is what you do, and it had all these people doing different actions. So it's an action or creates an action, and to change or influence. So something that I found that's really useful, A is for action and effect go together. So this will help you out to be able to tell the difference, action and effect. So you guys can go ahead and take a little bit to write that down, and then we'll go through an example. And these note cards, you can write down whatever you find useful so that you guys can use them on your paper. And then as you're just finishing writing, I'll read the example. I could list 1,000 reasons that might affect your decision. So sometimes you can also put the word influence. So I could list 1,000 reasons that might influence your decision. So I just want to take a quick minute, and can you guys talk with a partner and come up with one sentence for either, I want this half of the room for Brooke over for you guys to find a sentence with the word effect in it, and for this half of the room to do a sentence with affect in it. And Vanessa, if you want to actually go with that group, just because it's a little bit smaller.
A sentence.
Yes.
Where do we have to go? Effect. We have effect. Yeah.
The
Sentence.
weather affects the temperature
Okay.
outside.
There you go. Yeah, so you
I
can
was
use
thinking-
any tense. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I was thinking about
You
it.
guys
Yes,
are
but
ready then?
that
If you
goes
don't
with
study,
it.
it will affect
This is
your
like a
grades.
lesson
Yeah.
if I suck at this.
Or wait,
Like hardcore.
No, I'm just
wait,
It's
I
a
just
thing.
Then it will influence you guys, that would be a
A result
So
of.
Are you guys a little bit confused?
what?
Or just trying to come up with a sentence?
Well, because I said if you don't study, it will affect affect your grade.
So think of it as a verb or a noun.
So say that now.
So then, wouldn't that be a verb?
We need to do one that's a noun.
I'd say it will have a bad effect on my grade.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't study, we'll have to. Okay.
Alright, it's okay, that's why we're going through it, because it is very hard to differentiate between the two. So let's go ahead first to affect, because I heard you guys had a sentence right away. So go ahead, Nicole, I heard that you had it.
The temperature outside affects the weather outside affects the temperature.
Alright, good job, and then you guys, go ahead with your sentence. Yeah, Brooke, go ahead.
Yeah. If I don't study, it will have a bad effect on my grade.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna pull up this, I found this online, it's just kind of a visual guide to show you. Maybe we. Alright, it's pulling up on here, but not on the screen. Alright, I'll read the words, and I don't know if you guys can see the pictures. If not, can you see the pictures at all?
You can pick up the light.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know why it's not pulling up on there at all. But,
I don't know if this will help without.
yeah, that might, I know. But it just kind of reiterates what I was saying, that affect it's usually used as a verb, meaning to influence. So it's saying the weather severely affected the wedding day. So you can see that they're kind of taking pictures and they have to use umbrellas, which nobody wants. And then effect is commonly used as a noun. The goal had a big effect on the outcome of the match. So, sorry, I can go ahead and print this out and bring it to you guys the next class period. That might help you guys out, but otherwise you guys have your sheets that you made and you guys can use those as you're writing out your papers. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice now. We're gonna go through words, and the only two words you're gonna use in there are affect and effect. And you guys can go ahead and use your worksheets for that, just so that I know you guys took some good notes that are gonna help you guys out as you write your paper. And then we're actually gonna go through the first two together, so just do the first two right now, and then we'll go through them. And then the rest of the worksheet you guys will do on your own. So when you have the first two done, go ahead and put your pencil down so I know that you guys are done. Alright, I see some of you guys are still working on it, but we're just gonna quick go through number one, so that I know that you guys kind of know where you're going. So the sentence reads, another drought will blank the wheat crop. Katie, can you go ahead and read it with the correct word in there?
Another drought will affect the wheat crop with an A.
Yes, awesome. How many, raise your hand if you have a question on that and are still a little bit confused on the differences. Alright, and then you guys can just go ahead and finish up the worksheet. I'll give you a few minutes now, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest later on.